Hello everyone, thank you for your patience. I'm Umbras, and today we're starting our challenge run of Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix, where we will be going through the career mode without doing any, without purchasing any vehicles outside of our initial starter car. So we're gonna need to pick a very quick car for our starter car and make sure we can make the most out of it. Let's jump into the career and let's purchase a vehicle. Yes.
Hey, I just hooked up your ride, issy. I worked the engine with the new air intake, turbo,
hooked up our ride,
and exhaust system. Then I dropped her, tightened up the suspension, added a sway bar for less body roll. Oh, and I upgraded the brakes. And now she's riding on a set of
nice. It sounds good.
What are you talking about the money for? You understand the work that goes into this? The love?
Love that Supra. Shame we won't be able to drive the Supra this playthrough, as that is not a prize cut, but it is still gonna be really good.
The one he says is into cars. Cool. So what you into, Holmes? I got only the best cars. Something fast for the import tuner scene, a truck, or maybe something classic. Or if you got the feria, I say, something luxury. Cause here at 619s, we got it all.
Yes, so many cool vehicles.
Under the hood, make it fast and make it beautiful. Hey, but I ain't no salesman. So go look through the cars, pick out what you want, and don't try to get funny with the price, cause this ain't the ghetto.
It's not the ghetto. It's San Diego. It's quite high stuff.
I can hook you up. It's all about car club down here, Holmes. Whatever you buy, there'll be somebody that will want to race it. That's the
All right, let's
vibe
do
out
it.
here. Beautiful cars and fast driving. Insanity, essay. So, give me a call or I'll give you a call. Hook you up with some car clubs, Holmes.
And don't worry, we're gonna need those car clubs early on. They'll give us a lot of money and those special abilities to really use a lot of the, yeah, I know customization. Don't care about customization. We know about customization. So we need to figure out what kind of vehicle we want. Probably a tuner to start out with, something really, very quick. I know the ST4 has some of the better starting stats, and that may give us the best initial start in the game. Yeah, let's go with blue this time. Why not? It's the color on our shirt as well. All right, let's see. Can we do any customization? We got $550 dollars. Ooh, okay, that is a lot of components. Yeah, let's go with the SAT4. It's gonna be our only vehicle. It's gonna be the only vehicle we buy during this challenge run. Oh, that's $400. We probably should have bought that. That would have given us a little bit more oomph from the start. Oh well. I mean, a neon with an air intake, like, we're basically unbeatable at this point. So let's do it.
Welcome to Open.
Yeah, I don't care about... we know how to play the game. We have played this game before. Oh wait, we may have actually had a little bit more money. Oh no, that's the money we're getting from this, $700. That'll allow us to get a CPU upgrade, I think. We got Vanessa. She'll be a fun one to race as well. Like, you can already hear the turbo blow off as we're going. There we go. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a jump. Yeah, this thing has some great speed. Very solid handling overall as well. I'm excited about this. I gotta remember though, you can't quake at the rear to step out like you do in the muscle cars. It's a little bit more planted, so I'm gonna need to kind of be a little bit more aggressive with the e-brake heading into the turns. But this is a good start. Whoop. We missed the jump, but that's okay. Right, gotta remember, front wheel drive, it does understeer. Nice, boom shakalaka. Give me the money. I will gladly take the money. Let's go to the garage. Yes, give me some more upgrades. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Already off to a great start. Next up, we're gonna be racing Vanessa. Get access to the Tuner Car Club events. I know she's one of the harder initial racers, but we are in the we should be able to handle her. Like, this shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, get that. That's $400. That's also $400. All right, none of that's gonna be doing too much good for us. $650. Bloody hell. All right. Tires? No, tires are expensive too. Brakes? Brakes are just barely too expensive. We are poor. We are very, very poor. So we need to make sure we do the best we can. Because we can't really sell a whole bunch of vehicles either. Like we could in that's Carlos. I need Vanessa. I gotta wait for her to pop up. Maybe. There's Bishop. I need Vanessa early as possible because that way that'll allow us to access the Tuner Club level events, and that'll get us zone pretty much as soon as we can get it. There we go. Yeah, well, she's gonna hate us even more when we beat her. Her little Mitsubishi Eclipse has nothing on our lovely front wheel drive Neon. So let's go do this. Where is she? Hey there, Vanessa. Alright, let's follow her. I do quite like the 3rd gen Mitsubishi Eclipse though. Like, I know a lot of people don't like it because it doesn't really came naturally with a turbo and all that stuff. But it's still a pretty cool vehicle. Like, I'd love to see, you know, especially the manual versions, what they could do. I know the 1st and 2nd generation are like the big ones in a tuning scene and everything, but like, it'd be cool to see what you could do with a 3rd gen Eclipse. Ooh, hello. Oh, alright. No nonsense. Let's do this. Alright, good launch, good start. Full send. Oh, okay, good. This is a pretty straightforward race as well. A couple of twists here and there, but nothing major. You're gonna watch out a little bit for traffic. And I would have to try to balance the US career with the Tokyo career as well. There'll be some vehicles I could get in the Tokyo career that may really help me early on against some of the US races. So that'll be something I need to really watch out for. Whoop, okay, there we go. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Keep it moving. Get a little bit of air time here. Whee! There we go. Alright, now a big push to the finish line. Honestly, I've never been to the West Coast. It'd be really cool to see what it's actually like in San Diego versus in the game. See if I recognize any of the landmarks and all that stuff. See how different the map is compared to the real deal. It's probably an extra like condensed map and everything like that, but still. There we go, some extra money. I appreciate the money. Alright, next race. El Cortez Dash. Alright. Let's see what this one entails. I do like how she has American racing wheels on her tuner as well. It's kind of funny to see that. Ooh, okay, she got a little bit of a launch on us. Nothing major though. I don't gotta worry too much about this. Alright, I think we want to make a right here. Yep, there we go. And then as soon as we can, we're going to be making a left. There we go, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Big push now. These are quick races. I forgot how quick the early game races are. The game actually doesn't start out that difficult. But later on, it gets very challenging very quickly. Yeah. There we go, extra money. Alright, another Vanessa race. Come on. Mission Bay Bridges. Alright, this one's a circuit race. This one also gives us $700. So, that'll be good. That'll get us some more upgrades. Yes. Okay, this one actually is really simple. It's just basically just a square. Full send in the little neon. This turbo inline 4. I think this is one of the few starter vehicles in the game that comes naturally with a turbocharger. The Eclipse is naturally aspirated. The R32 Golf and the Jet, I believe, are both naturally aspirated, because they both had the VR6 engine. The Scion TC, I know, is naturally aspirated. Obviously, the two muscle cars naturally aspirated as well. The Impala and the Monte Carlo. What else is there as a starter car? We got the two Germans, the Japanese, the American, the two muscle cars. Oh yeah, the TC. Is there any others? I think that's all of them. I don't think there's any other starter cars. So yeah, the Neon ST4 is literally the only one that comes naturally with boost right from the factory as a starter car, which is really cool as well. There we go. Boink. Little bit of a tippy tap there. Alright, we got one more lap in us. Let's do this. Full send in the Neon ST4. Whoa! I do like as well the front drive cars. You can save the slides, like the bigger slides, by just staying into the throttle, using the e-brake to kind of switch it back the correct direction. Very helpful, very useful. I am loving that part of it. Boink. Alright, a little bit of a love tap there. Just a little bit, but we're good, we're good. Alright, and this should allow us to get the upgrades we need, as well as begin doing the club races for the money, which would be really useful.
Come by and take a look.
Ooh, killer new stock. Alright, let's see. Yep, unbeatable street races challenge me, and manufacturer vinyls. Ooh, we get to turn our Neon into a race car. Although that'll take a little bit to do. I want to get more performance-oriented upgrades as soon as possible. That being said, I will still do visual upgrades on these cars, because I'm not gonna leave them just stock looking. Let's be real now. But we will see what we can do. All right, let's keep the engine upgrades going. Let's go full engine upgrade, 1500. Full much camshafts, lighter pistons, high compression rings. Yep, that'll be good. Turbo. Ooh, okay, that's a big boost as well. Give me that HKS turbo. There we go. Now we got we got $50 now in our bank account. That is a very small amount of money. I like that chopper too. I like that chopper.
They invited you to take part in the Unbeatable Street Racers private club competition.
Hell
All
yeah.
you gotta do is turn up in a tuner and keep impressing the kids. I know, why bother? But apart from all the feria you're gonna be lifting up these fools, those vatos got some firme skills. Maybe they can teach you something. Anyway, do what you like. I'm just giving you some advice.
No, that's good advice. I am gladly going to be doing that, the car club races. Let me know Slipstream Turbo. We know club races. Alright. Let's do this. It's gonna be fun. I think we can do this. Let's track out some of the car club races now.
Hey son, you want to race in a tuner? I got word
There is also the city tournament, which could be an early way to get some cash. Let's do it. Let's get the IS 300. That we can sell to get money to upgrade our SOT4. And that should then allow us to get more performance upgrades on the Neon to better tackle the club races and better tackle the other racers. I think. Alright, 102. Let's see what we can do with this. Our car is still mostly stuck, so we will have to see if this is a smart idea. 0.2 seconds. Oh, that's going to take up a little bit more time there. But since we already have a tuner, we won't necessarily need the IS 200. Ooh, we're up on time. We are up on time. That's good, that's good. Oh, we're massively up on time. Let's go. Full send. Just a few tippy taps to the wall. That's alright. It's not a Gran Turismo license test. We're not gonna fail it. Oh, damn. That is very quick. Alright. Alright. This will give us exactly what we need then. The quick cash injection to upgrade our Neon. Which will help us tackle some of the other racers. Yeah, this will be good. This will be very good. Alright, this one I like a lot in the tuners. Not so much in the muscle cars, but in the tuners it's really, really good because it's got these fast flowing high speed corners. Yeah, we're down a little bit off the line, but we can more than make up for it through all the twisty sections. Ow. A little bit of understeer there. Not gonna worry too much about that. This is a quick one. Yes, SRT4. Welcome, Gabriel. Hope you're doing well today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. Almost a full second ahead. Little bit slow compared to where I wanted to be, but that's not too bad. We can still keep it going. We can still keep it going. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Now by the docks. This one's always been a little bit tougher, especially when sometimes it does rain for this race. If you do the city tournament last in San Diego, you can see even there, like it is very, very aggressive times. So you do gotta be a little bit careful. Yeah, like that is genuinely ridiculous. 2 seconds down. Gotta try to make up that time. Okay, gaining a little bit of time. We will have to see how much we can gain. This may have to be a second lap one. Fives. Never mind. This will be a first lap one. In a nearly stock Neon.
My homie.
My homie. Yes. The IS 300 as well. Very nice. Oh, that's gonna be gorgeous. I gotta be careful though. YouTube has bonked me on the vehicle introduction cutscene. So when you win a vehicle, because it does recognize that as instrumental to shine on, which is YouTube has bonked me a couple times. Sticky walls. Yeah, the autocross events are a little bit tricky because of that. Because you can very quickly lose a whole lot of ground, a whole lot of speed, and you're left struggling massively. Alright, let's manage our vehicles. Let's sell the IS300. I know it's rear-wheel drive, which, you know, make it a little bit better. But, nah. Oh, look at that money. That is the money we need. Oh yeah, the song is like YouTube immediately like hooks onto that and is like, nope, mute it or we make you hurt, and we're like, okay, I will mute it in the VOD. There we go, good stuff. Ooh, get the clutch as well. Get the gears, all the suspension stuff. Let's go. Yes. Get the grippy tires. Get the bigger brakes as well. Holy moly. This thing is gonna be very, very fun. Alright, so we got the gloss. We got metallic. Right. Some of these are kinda mid. Let's go the metallic deep red. That'll be fine. Yeah, alright, good starts. And we can keep the neon the regular color. Let's go body shop. Get a couple of upgrades for a vehicle. Ooh. I forgot how dated some of the tuner visual upgrades were. Oh, gosh. Actually, I do like that wings west splitter. So that would be number 1 here, I think. Yeah. Oh, that looks kind of ugly, though. Number 2 looks considerably better. Alright, let's see what Wings West side skirt looks best on this. Number 9 looks pretty good, actually. Most of those look pretty naff. I'm gonna keep the stock hood. And then the spoiler. Oh gosh, Mega Wing! Let's go number 6. That's not terrible, actually. Dated, but that's brand new. It's brand new. Oh gosh, I'm not getting Altezza style taillights. Machiavelli, hope you're doing well. Right now we are doing a little bit of customization on our neon. There we go. That's a start. Alright, let's see what kind of rims we can get. I think the 5-spoke rims aren't terrible. Although a lot of these are pretty They're not really, there's not many that are really designed for like the tuners per se. Like there's a lot that are more so, ooh. That's not terrible. That's not terrible as well. I'm gonna use the 44. Lower it by a couple of inches. Widen the rims a little bit. There we go. That's a solid start. Midnight, welcome. We've won our first tournament, sold the vehicle, and gotten some very nice and tasteful upgrades for our neon. So this is gonna look very, very nice. Ooh, those don't. Modern. What are some of the modern neons, modern vinyls look like on this? And I'll pass on that for now. This is a good start. Modern. Look, this game came out in the mid-2000s, alright? Like, that is, you know, super, super modern for the time. There we go. A fitting license plate to the you know, the name of the vehicle and everything. Sci-fi, super futuristic. To be fair, like, we made it look semi-tasteful. All right. Is it groundbreaking? No, not in the slightest. All right, but, and it's a big but. It's a big juicy but. We made it look as good as we can within the game, like within what we can do with the game. Alright, so like this isn't terrible. And hey, if we're only gonna be using our starter car and purchase vehicles, I wanna make sure they look good. No, we'll be doing a few more visual upgrades as well later on with this. I just wanna, you know, get something that looks, you know, passable. It looks fine since we can't see the early 2000 Dodge Gray interior. Yeah, all the plastic and awkward, poorly stitched together fabric components. Yes, those things, right? Right, Chet? Honestly, our car doesn't look half bad, like in terms of the body mods. I think we should probably go a brighter color on the paint once we get a little bit more money. But otherwise, like I'm feeling pretty good here. Steering wheels are borderline offensive. Hey, it just makes it all the more easy to rip them out and replace them with, you know, like a Sparko steering wheel or something kind of like track focused and everything like that. I mean, you're not buying a neon for a luxury interior. You're buying it for a cheap, fairly. Ironically, despite having lots of issues, it's also kind of still a cockroach as well. The neon and the Cavalier, in that, yeah, the chassis rust out a little bit, and the engines themselves are kind of dog water. But like, they're also kind of unkillable as well. Which is why you see them so often in like your mini stock dirt track races, your mini front wheel drive dirt track races, like your Cavaliers, your Neons, your occasional Focus as well, though that one is a little bit heftier. You see stuff like that. You'll see stuff like, you know, your Corollas. What else will you see in like your mini stock race? Occasionally you'll see like your Mazda 3s as well, like your or not Mazda 3s. There was one that came before the Mazda 3. The Protege. You'll see like your Mazda Proteges or like that type of stuff too. And they're basically just, you know, kind of economy vehicles that came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh my gosh, you got the drag eclipse there with the negative rake. Oh yeah, no, not the MX3. The MX3 is really cool. I quite like the MX3. Although that one, it's hard to find any in good condition, and it's even harder to find parts for it. But yeah, this is nice. Oop. All right, hi, I see you. I see you behind me. You don't want to be behind me. I want you to be behind me though. I want you to stay behind me. I want you to be a little bit further behind me though. Boop. All right, not the best entry to the turn there. But that's all right. We got one more lap. Big push, big push. Boop. Whoa, hey buddy. Easy there. Whoa there, hey there, hi there, ho there, bud. Gotta be a little bit careful. Ooh, alright, nitrous. Let's go, full send. Yeah, this thing is nice. Getting those upgrades early with the tournament actually was a smart idea. And we'll have plenty of for upgrades for other vehicles as well. So I am looking forward to that.
You must be rolling in paper, man.
Yeah, we got some good stuff. But let's continue the next race. I wanna see what the tuners throw at us. Get a little bit more muns. Am I bright? I like looking at the other license plates of the other opponent cars as well. It must have been really cool being like one of the employees that like being able to kind of develop and create the like the different what's the word I'm looking for? Ow. The different, you know, vehicle, like customized opponent vehicles and everything. Like that's got to be really, really cool. Being the person to, you know, put your mark forever in a game. You know, your own personal style. Ow. All right, not a great start. We need to really, really push to catch back up to them. That's all right. I gotta be a little bit careful through here. Wait, are those Evos? Oh shoot, they're already throwing C-Class cars at us. Okay. Alright. I see you, Mini Club 3. I see what you're doing. I'm not a big fan of that, but you're gonna give me a good challenge, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Holy moly, bus. The chaos. Oh, you fudge. Alright, save the nitrous for at the end. Because those Evos got some get up and go to them on the straights. There we go, another slipstream turbo. Hey, drivers are randomized. Are they really? That's interesting. Like fully randomized or randomized from like a free selection of like vehicles? Because like the bright yellow paint with the license plate MI bright, like that's. Ow. Oh, I mean he had it coming. He had it coming. Shouldn't have gotten in our way. There we go. Good stuff. Hi, I see you there to the right behind me. Do be careful. Alright, not much further. Whoa! Alright, got a minivan there on the apex. Alright, nitrous. Not the best run. Come on, big push to the finish. Holy moly. Way too close. Way too close. Alright, we got zone. That's good. Alright, next race with unbeatable street racers. Okay, zone. Fun. Alright, got a Cobalt SS, got some Mitsubishi Eclipses, got my Neon ST4. Okay, so it's Cobalt SSs and Mitsubishi Eclipses. I don't think there's anything else outside of those two and our Neon in this race. Oh, okay. Hi, I see they sneaking through that gas station. You're a little bit of a daredevil, aren't you? Whoa, alright. So they're using some of the come on. Slipstream turbo. Help us catch up and keep up with them with the nitrous. Oh, it's a bus. Hi. Nope. Okay. Do not slipstream turbo into that corner. There we go, get that launch. Another launch through here. A little bit chaotic. I didn't mean to hit the nitrous. I wanted to get the e-brake, and I misclicked. That's all right. We're up there with our opponents. Shouldn't be too difficult to get past these two. All right, we do have a couple of zones. There we go. Use that on the one more open straights zone to maintain speed. Come around the corner, set us up for the inside line here. That inside line becomes the outside line as we make a sharp left, which is good. That allows us to carry more speed. And then down the final straight, where even with nitrous, I don't think they will catch us, especially when one of them wrecks out. That's good. That's good. Nice. Very, very nice.
Soon it's gonna be time to start racing with the big boys.
All right, let's see. Next race. Give us a little bit more money, and we can use that to maybe give ourselves a fresh coat of paint, and maybe some cool neon as well. I think would be pretty nice. I think this is also the last of the tuners races in San Diego, but I'm not entirely sure. It's either this one or one more. I think it's this one. There we go. Use the nitrous. Don't do that. Ow. Right, okay. It does get a little bit more difficult when you don't have the offensive abilities like roar. Like zone is very useful, but it's still one of those things where you gotta be like almost proactive in its use. Whereas with roar, you can be reactive in its use. Someone gets by you a little bit, and you can, you know, then use that to, you know, get them to scatter. Or you can use that when someone's going over just before they go over a jump, so they, you know, completely miss the mark. And you can thin the herd that way. Only downside is roar doesn't really get that used against. It's not that useful against motorbike racers, which are annoyingly frequent in Atlanta, especially with Naomi and Vito. And oh, we're gonna need to race Vito in order to unlock the unbeatable street race, not unbeatable, original riders race, which will give us zone for the sport bikes, because our first B-class vehicle, I believe, will be that Ducati we can get in one of the Atlanta championships. That guy had a very bad day. Alright. Let's get this sent here. Oop. Keep it steady, keep it smooth. Nice, there we go. That's what we needed.
That's my homie.
Yes, we are indeed your homie. Okay, so that is the last Unbeatable Street Racers race for San Diego. Got a nice selection of money. Getting 2 million credits in GT7 MR. Oh, from the time trial, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The Chaparral time trial was super easy. So I am very happy about that. Honestly, that seems... I want like a bright metallic lime green. Yeah, the rest I'm usually like, I either like, I'm right at the borderline between like gold and silver. Like with the Ice Time trial, I'm off of gold by about 0.2 seconds, which I'm a little bit annoyed by, but it is what it is. Like I'm a little bit annoyed by that, but it can't be helped. Oh yeah, bronze. Yeah, the big thing is to use the higher gears in order to get the power down. You don't want to be spinning your wheels too much if you can help it. Easier said than done, of course, but if you can get it, it'll help you out so much. 5 cars leaving the legendary dealership tomorrow. So that means there'll be a whole bunch of new ones as well coming in. So makes you wonder what it'll end up being. Yeah, there's gonna be a whole bunch of cars coming in. Hopefully it's a lot of good stuff. A lot of these are kind of mid. The classic Jag race car. Which one? The oh, the 60s one. Welcome back, Underground Rivals. Yeah. Like some of these, they don't look that good. All right, graphics, wild, rips. Do the rips look good? Right. Yeah. I need to get the I need to get all 3 of them still. Ooh. Okay, that one could work. That one might actually work. The sound system one. Either the sound system or the rip. Oh, that one's pretty cool too. Let's go with this one and to make the hood carbon so we don't have to deal with that. Alright, so let's see what custom one is. Bright blue. Yes, alright. And then this one. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Shoot. That actually looks pretty cool too. I don't know. I'm gonna keep that for the time being. That actually looks pretty good. And we will go get the hood. Let's get that carbon fiber. There we go. That actually looks pretty dope. Burnout as car. Yes, the custom coupe. I think it was what it was. The green and yellow. Not green and yellow, green and bright blue techno-esque vehicle. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Add a couple of Xbox, a couple of amplifiers.
That's why 619 is the best garage in the
Yes,
country, man.
exactly. Alright, let's go race against Bishop now. Yeah, with the brighter colors. The brighter colors, it is nice. It looks a lot, kind of more of the time. Ooh, do you like the newer stuff, or more so like the older Super GT cars?
Wanna be careful. Those cars may be luxury, but they also fly.
One on every Super GT car in Grid 7. Yeah, the Group 1 cars, the Grade 2 cars are. Buddy? Buddy, are you okay? I've not heard that song, but I may have to listen to that after the stream. I think he's stuck. I'm too far away. Mother. I lost Bishop. He teleported. He teleported. What?
I heard about that guy Bishop and his Lexus thing. You better be careful out there, man.
What was his problem? How old am I when I'm Gen Y? I'm not sure. Gen Y is what? Millennial, right? So that's the, like, 90s. That's the, like, pretty much, like, from, like, the 90s. Maybe late 80s through the 90s. So, yeah.
You just
Haunted AI Racer. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with him there. That was, interesting for sure. Ooh, okay. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night I can feel my arms. The comrades I'm lost. Ah, you got the Gen Z brain rot. Skibbity. Oh no, it's the MLG edits. Wow. Damn, son, where'd you find this? What's millennial brain rot then? What's that? Oh gosh. Something like that. Right, gotta use nitrous. It is a circuit race. Gotta actually use the nitrous. Oh, he had a big wipeout. Millennial brain rot is alcohol. That's every generation's brain rot once they turn 21. That or weed. One or the other, or both. Especially if you're Gen X, then it's both. Like, holy moly. Gen X winning the award for most self-destructive generation. I look at some of my older coworkers and I'm like, how are you still alive? I don't mean that in like a mean way, I mean that in a genuine concerned way, like, bruh. You... Heat brain rot. I mean, every generation has its brain rot. Every brain rot is the brain rot. Your entertainment is someone else's brain rot. Oh, you're technically watching brain rot. Yeah, come on, get out of the way. We want to race. Alright, ooh, okay, this is gonna be fun. Because the courses are pretty close together all the way through. Except for the final checkpoint, which is way far ahead. I'm not sure they want to do that. I'm not too sure they wanna do that. There we go, let's use it here. Because this will allow us to carry a lot more speed. Yep, called it. Bet you were wishing you saved that nitrous. Bet you were wishing you saved that nitrous. I bet I'm wishing I'd saved that nitrous too, probably. Ooh, okay, there we go. Carry some speed through the tighter technical sections. Use the slipstream turbo. I mean, every bit of brain rot is a fever dream though. Like during my era of unfiltered internet access, it was badgers, mushrooms. Like that. Don't tell me that itself is not brain rot. Or like annoying orange. Like don't pretend that's not just as bad. It's just what we grew up with when we were kids and everything, and young teenagers and all that stuff. The low random X3 era of the internet. Tumblr ruined an entire generation of people. Big bore, yeah it is. Big V8 Hemi from that. Boop! Give me a launch. Ooh, alright. He managed to get through there without much issue. I'm impressed with that. Oh, we're just barely losing him. Burn is already too rotten to comprehend the new mind viruses. Exactly. Like fear is a mind killer, but so is the internet. The internet was a mistake. Yeah, holy moly. Young Isaac was a menace to society. I look back on my younger years and I cringe. To be fair, I look back on yesterday and I cringe as well, so I don't know if that means I'm growing really quickly or I'm not growing at all. Your call, chat. Which one is it? Same. We're looking at like what we're, you know, what we were, and we're like, oh, cringe. But then we look at what we are as well, and we're like, ah, cringe. Embrace the cringe. That's how you grow.
I'll tell him. Oh, he just walked in. Órale, ahí te guacho.
That was my homeboy Phil.
A damn maniac, pero loco.
Crazy dog.
Wants to teach you a lesson.
Ooh.
You drive whatever you want. He's gonna beat you on a chopper. Don't ask me, don't blame me. But he's good at racing, even though he is local.
Alright, so we may have to pay Phil a visit.
You, ese.
Hey, we just saw you!
I know you like to hang out with the kids, but some fathers like to keep things exclusive. I just had the luxury rollers in here telling me they was looking for new members.
Ooh.
Thought about you. Might be out of your league, I don't know.
Pero loco, he's a llama!
They look good. And like all cars, there's a way to drive them. The weight to these cars can give you an advantage if you learn how to use it. If you're interested, I can hook you up.
Yeah! I gotta get a luxury car though. Although that Monte Carlo that Oscar has is top notch. I love the Monte Carlo.
Hey son, you want to race in a tournament? I got word of one
Yep.
you might want to check out.
Yeah, let's get the Balboa Park. Balboa Boa. And then there's Phil. Yeah, Phil McCracken. Honestly, our neon looks pretty nice. Like, yeah, it's definitely a product of, like, the 2000s. But I don't care. It is gorgeous. And I'll bonk if you say otherwise. Oh, shoot. We got a GTO. Oh, we got a couple GTOs. Bloody hell, they're quick. Big full-size Myrmican muscle cars. Fudge. Yeah, they can send it. They can send it, alright. Holy mother of all that is mothers. Alright, let's go. That'll give us a good run. Cut to the left at the diamond. Okay, now it's gonna start getting a little bit more technical, a little bit more twisty. I like keeping it twisty. Because that means I can outmaneuver these muscle car punks. Yeah. CrossFit versus just dumbbells. Track and field versus football. Alright, there we go. Good stuff, good stuff. We're keeping it nice and twisty. We're keeping it nice and lithe and lightweight. Maneuverable. There we go. Use the zone to maintain speed as much as we can through these corners. Oh boy. I wish zone were charged a little bit quicker though. Alright, there we go, there we go, there we go. This would be the good stuff. Get right up behind him. Boom! Shakalaka. Okay. This is good. Oh, it's gonna be close though. The F8 9. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see exactly how much horsepower the cars in GTA, like the GTA games, actually have. Be kind of cool to see like the actual stats. Hopefully in like GTA 6 we get a little more in-depth vehicle customization, especially with Midnight Club being kind of on hiatus for a very long time. Having, you know, essentially GTA become, at least have some aspects of Midnight Club would be super, super cool. And I would genuinely love that. Like, if you're not gonna make Midnight Club, at least put Midnight Club in GTA. What the what was that bounce? What was that bounce? Oh, I got fucked hard by that bounce. This is gonna hurt me. I'm not close enough. Alright, I can take second. I can take second. Oh, okay, we gotta make sure we beat that orange GTO. Especially because we're literally tied for points. Holy moly. Damn! That bounce absolutely hurts. So what happens when you paint your car slime green? Yeah. The burnt orange would have been a better pick, I guess. I know, it's a tuner. It needs to have the brights and, like, neon colors on it. Did I just use a Slipstream Turbo? Yes, I did. I did that and nitrous. Oh, that's gonna be pain. On a bright side, they're all wrecking, so that's good. Oh, there goes Justin. Bye, Justin. Have a good. Justin's still. Justin's still stuck alongside the tram. Okay, we're good. We're good. Bye, Justin. Okay, alright, come on. This does have a lot of higher speed sections where the muscle cars are really shine. Alright. Good stuff. Watch out for the utility truck. Alright, boop. Cut through the gas station to shave off a little bit more time, carry a little bit more speed. That's the good stuff. Alright, let's go. I want to save my nitrous as much as I can. Okay. That's a cue to use the nitrous then. I was really hoping that our lovely opponent would get a little bit of issues. I'm hoping that's not Justin. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like the burnt orange GTO. It looks like a different colored GTO. Well, this make okay, good. It's the bright yellow GTO. That allows us to finish first. There we go. Give me the prize money. We won one race out of a 3-race tournament and still win the Chrysler 300C. Nice. So if YouTube bonks me because it had like 3 chords of freaking to shine on instrumental, I am gonna lose it. Cause that is messed up. Yeah. That is messed up if that is the case. Alright, this is Phil. Phil McCracken. Where is Phil? There's Phil. I'm gonna beat him to the race. Zoom. Nice. Oh, and look at that chopper as well, the hot match Cuevito. I know it's a fictionalized chopper because they couldn't get like the real choppers in, but still, that is nice. We're gonna actually be driving that a little bit this career playthrough. Jeez. Yep. Okay. Phil is definitely a wake up call, boss. Did I not want to do that? No, I did. I did want to do that. I did want to do that. Game gaslighting me into thinking that that was the wrong way to go. It lets us carry more speed through. Ow. Hi. Alright, gotta be a little bit careful though. Those Cadillac CTS-Vs, I think they're D-class. But they're still very quick. Boop. What? Oh well, we still got what we need. Alright, a little bit more speed through here. Alright, all the way through. Down and to the left. One more zone. And then on two wheels, just to have a little bit of extra fun. Nice. Yeah, we got a decent amount of money. Although we're going to be using a lot of it to upgrade our 300C and then the Cuevito as well later on. So we do got to be a little bit careful with that. But we should be fine. We should be more than fine, I think. Nice. Alright, let's go. Okay, alright. Want to double team me like that? That's fine. Get slipstream turboed. Let's follow Phil through here. Ooh, alright, he had a big hit with traffic. That's good. That is very, very good. Alright, cut through here. This will give us a shorter line to the next check. Look, he crashed into us. We were holding our line. That murder is not on us. Although it does very much help us, so I am not gonna look a gift Phil in the mouth. I am not gonna look a gift Phil in the mouth. Not at all. I will gladly take that extra dub. That was scary. That was just a little bit scary there. Oh, hello, officer. You're here for a nice foggy cruise with me? No? Oh well, too bad. You can't catch up. Nice! Oh, that'd have been super cool to see in the replay. Just narrowly missing the trolley. just almost getting clipped by that. Oh, that is super nice. All right, let's continue racing, Phil. All right, I got two more Phil races, and then we get the chopper as well. And that is gonna be a glorious bike to have. Ooh. Hello. Welcome, JB. Hope you've been well. Block. Ender pearl. This is a crafting table. Block real big, chunks real big, diamond real big, everything real big. Zoo, how have you been, man? We're in our challenge run of only using the starter car. And the, yeah, okay, so outside of the starter vehicles, because you have to buy a starter car. But outside of that, we cannot buy any vehicles. We can only sell and use the, bonus vehicles that we win through tournaments or club races. Or like that type of stuff in the game. Ford Pinto in the Minute Club. That would be very chaotic given the number of collisions we are in this game. I did it stupid. I mistimed that. Oh, the fleet line. Yes. Hi, Phil. Oh, alright, let's see if we can't get some more Slipstream Turbo. No. Awesome, welcome, Not Rise. I hope you've been well. There's a lot of people that joined the stream just a second ago. Welcome to everybody coming in. Ooh, okay. He's trying to swerve traffic into us. I don't think that's gonna work though. I'm gonna carry the speed around him. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hi, I see you again. I hear you. You're to my left. How close are you? Even closer now. Way too close now. Now much further away. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt way too much. Ah! The minivan! The minivan! Causing the pain. Okay, alright. Let's save our nitrous just in case, because this is a long race. We don't want them to get too far ahead because then I don't have to deal with the traffic. But we don't want them to be super, like, we don't need to be, like, ahead the entire race either. We gotta be smart about this. Oh, you're just out of drafting range. That's alright, that's alright. We are gradually building up our zone. And we just need one really good corner to catch them up. This will be the one here. There we go. There we go. That gets us right up on them. Boom. And that's a straight. Carry that speed through. Alright, I'm getting a mod to add the Pinto. So if he hits something... You charge up rage. That or it simulates the gas station explosions when you hit the gas station pumps. It's just, the Pinto is just got gas station pumps on every side of it, but especially the rear. So any collision is just immediate. Boom! Dajina goes right behind you. The only thing you hear is hi. It's like, hi! Ooh woo. Uses your slipstream like a boss. Although Phil is dangerously far ahead. I don't like that. Let's get back ahead of Phil. Get a little. Yes. The only time you hit something is with the aggro. Come on, Phil, hit something, you stupid Chopper melon. Drag race to the line. Oh, screw you, Phil. Phil McCracken. Phil a character. Dude is an absolute menace, but that bike is gorgeous. Alright, one more race and we get that Quevito. And then we'll have 3 cars in a garage. The Neon, the 300C, and Phil's Chopper. Get the speed boost. Yeah, let's get a little bit of the speed boost to help the Pinto. To be fair, I have seen people do like the tube frame drag Pintos, and those things are like crazy quick. They put in like the Coyote or LS engine, or like an older like big block Ford or GM engine in it, and it's just, you know, huge speed on a very lightweight vehicle. Why are we going this way? That's gonna hurt us a little bit. Not by much, but enough that we gotta make up ground now. Well, a Pinto is essentially, I believe, a type of horse. So they probably wanted to go off of things like the Bronco and the Mustang. Pinto being a, you know, the next step in that. But yeah, it does. It's a vehicle that its reputation kind of precedes it a little bit. Come on, Phil. Give you a little love tap there. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Cars coming in from the left. Holy moly. These races are very close. Oh, that means the male part in Portuguese. Does it really? That's hilarious. Didn't they change the name of the Mitsubishi Pajero? Because it meant like to wank in Portuguese as well? Oh, the Arabian. Arabian would have been a gorgeous name. That would have been really nice of a name. The Arabian. Oh, I guess that kind of goes counter to like the all-American kind of vibe that, you know, Ford is trying to go for and everything. They kept the Pajero over here? Oh, okay. Maybe it was Spanish-speaking countries where it was where it had the issues. Cause I know they had to change it to the Montero in a lot of countries. Because, but again, Pajero was kind of lewd. All right, let's switch to our 300C. Do some of the club level races. Oh, look at that as well. This is a gorgeous vehicle. Yeah, the Vortex Supercharger. Wait, we already have the... Oh, that's intake, right? Headers. There we go. Get the engine upgrades as well. Get some nitrous in here. This will give us some more money and also allow us just a couple of different vehicle options that if we need it, we can use it. An automation. I'm gonna call my knockoff for Raptor that took him in. It was a big ass warehouse that actually had Oh, cool. It's pretty awesome. I haven't wanted a Pajero car for a while here. Yeah, I can imagine, like, that would be really, really cool. Like, I'd love to have, like, the Pajero car as well. The kind of short wheelbase, high-rise, off-road type of kind of truck. Oh, Warhorse. I was wondering where you were going with that. I was wondering where you were going with that. I'm like, warehouse? Okay. I'll take your word for it. There we go. A nice kind of cream metallic. That is the gold. That is the good stuff. Okay, let's keep that dark. Yeah. Honestly, the gold trim kind of doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, the Arabian is a super cool name. I am down for that. Honestly, yeah, let's do that gold finish. Although that looks so tacky on the rims. At least on those rims. It's not the full rims. Damn. The Blackmore. Ooh, the Blackmore sounds pretty cool as well. Alright, so let's see. Dimensions. Oh, we can lower it even more. Mixing gold and chrome. Okay, look, it doesn't look good with just the spokes. Like if I can get the full rim like that, yeah, I'd be okay with that. But the full width is kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Front grills, yep, that's a custom. Get the custom lip spoiler as well. Bigger exhaust. Sadler Trucker Man. Ooh. Could be cool. Like what else would go well on here? What insane show is this? This is art. You may not like it, but this is what the peak automotive art looks like. The fire starter. I think the TISO2 is really gorgeous. It's just annoying that you can't make the full thing chrome. And now to completely ruin it. Nah, I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. The American brand who does stuff because they can. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, this should do well in the luxury rollers car club. The luxury rollers car club races. Get the more of those complete as well, because the sooner we can get those done, the higher chance we get.
What I tell you, you was racing a fool.
That is a gorgeous looking car though. Like, it looks really nice in those bright colors.
that just doesn't give up. You took her down once before. Now do it again.
1100 horsepower 3-cylinder. So that's a little bit less. That is 370 some horsepower per cylinder. That is 370 some horsepower per cylinder. Like 377, I think. Sorry, 367. There we go, 367 horsepower per cylinder. Like, that is a lot. Yeah, honestly, the thing I'm really sad about is the fact that we never got a Hellcat 300C. We got Hellcat Chargers, we got Hellcat Challengers out the wazoo, right? We even got a Hellcat Jeep one-off. But no Hellcat 300C, which shares the same platform, but just with a more, like, luxury-focused interior. Like, really? Are you kidding me? That is a missed opportunity and a half. Let me tell you that. Like, bruh, that would have been so cool. Like, imagine pull up on kind of like, for lack of a better words, a grandpa car, and they just gap you on the highway. You just hear the supercharger whine as they float, and you're like, oh, yep, that is a car we should not mess with. Who's kicks in at 3,000 RPM? Yeah, so I'm not sure that's street legal, but that's pretty cool. Okay, there we go. Keep it steady through here. Not much further. The all-wheel drive 300 with the Hellcat engine. My dude, that would literally just break asphalt. And I'm here for that. There we go. A little bit of damage on our gorgeous 300C, but we did well.
Man, come by the shop. I got some incredible new stock in.
Yeah, I bet you did. But oh, that is gorgeous. Honestly, if I had a custom 300C, it would look, minus a chop top, because I don't like chop tops that much. If I had a custom 300C, it would look similar to the one here. Welcome, Jerry. Hope you're doing well. We are currently doing the Luxury Rollers Car Club race because we need more money, and also we are trying to get the aggro ability as soon as we can. It would be a good CTSV competitor, or like a good AMG competitor as well. Some of the heavier AMGs. Ow. Alright, we gotta lock in to catch up. It was basically, the LMP became one of those, like, record breaker only cars, just to kind of wave your sausage around. Yeah, we're not at Class B yet, though. We still only have Class D cars with the chopper as well, Phil's Quevito. We're still in the early game, and we're basically doing a challenge run where we can only use prize cars and our starter car, and it's a little bit tricky. I'm not gonna pretend this isn't a challenge, but we can handle it. So we can handle any challenge this game throws at us. I played through this game quite a few times. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we currently have the Magnum. The Magnum, I believe, gets unlocked in the Tokyo Challenge, which is in fairly late in the Tokyo Challenge too. I have to take a look at the order for that. But anyway, another luxury race won. Boom, that's 2.
Not bad.
Fastest car in the world. It basically it's $1,000 per mile an hour it goes. That is very cheap. The next one, the El Cortez. So we've done this track before. We know how this one goes. We can handle this. We can handle this. It is wet though. That is going to make things very challenging. All right, a whole bunch of Lexuses. And a couple of VW Phaetons as well. Though the Phaeton is pretty low on power, low on top speed. So I am not worried at all. Let's use the nitrous early on, because it is pretty much a constant straight shot. Then back here. Alright, a little bit of a collision with the wall, but that's okay. Honestly, El Cortez Dash is pretty easy because it's literally just 2 corners, so you want to get to the top speed as quick as possible and just maintain speed through the more open corners.
Excellent.
Yeah, the game does give you some opponents that are much higher classes than you can. Gambalas are very tricky.
Looks like you're making.
Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, next race for the luxury sedans. Let's see if this little Hemi, I say little, it's just quite big. But diminutive, you know, kind of talking down to it. The underdog Hemi can take on these CTSVs. Oh, we're gonna be in trouble. We're gonna be in trouble. Those CTSVs are very quick, especially for D-class cars. I think they're D-class cars. They're gonna be a challenge. They are gonna be a big challenge. But we do have aggro, so maybe. All right, those aren't CTSVs. Those are the XLRs. CTSVs, the 4-doors. So even quicker, those are the C-class ones then. This is why I'm not the biggest fan of vehicles with alphanumerics. It's much more difficult to place an alphanumeric to a body style than it is to place an actual name. That is a lot. That is a huge Hellcat power. 2,600 horsepower is way higher than most of the Hellcat. Even the Elephant engine, I think. Like, that is huge. Welcome, Petra. Hope you're well. I see you've recently watched the Idiocracy movie. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Yeah, I'm not the big fan of that. That's why, as much as I like racing the Mercedes AMG GT3 in a lot of my racing sims and everything, I hate when Mercedes, like, and Audi and all of them are like, here's our 355, here's our 356, here's our... Are you kidding me? That didn't count as a checkpoint. So the Cobalt, depending on what year you bought it, is either either turbocharged or supercharged. The later models are... The later models are turbocharged, the earlier models are supercharged. So it depends on what version they put in this game. Although I think, despite that, the game is old enough that it would be the the supercharged version. But because it's a tuner car and they didn't want to have to change it, they probably just gave it a turbo upgrade instead. But yeah, all versions of the Cobalt SS, to my knowledge, at least the two-door versions, are all have forced induction. It's just some have turbos, some have supercharger. And it just depends on if you get the later ones or the earlier model ones. The turbo ones are usually the better received ones, but they also fetch a slightly higher price compared to the supercharger ones. They're not terrible. The most wanted cops, either in 2005 or 2012. They're a little bit more annoying in 2012 because of the ambush races. You have to evade them within a certain time frame, and there's a lot less places to hide. But it's not terrible. Not difficult to evade them. So yeah, Mercedes has quite a few V8 engines. Although, I'm not sure they technically be considered muscle cars per se. Given the fact that muscle cars are usually more reserved for specifically American cars. Ow. Yeah, there's Mercedes. What the f... Alright. There we go. Nice and smooth through here. Get a little bit of a jump. The police sometimes can disturb races, although most of the time I don't have too much issue avoiding them. I mean, yeah, the Australian supercars definitely have a lot of muscle car characteristics, kind of a bit more like the brutish, full-size V8 powerhouse vehicles, like the Holden Tirana, the Ford Falcon, all that stuff. So I guess you can maybe consider them like muscle cars, or at least muscle-adjacent cars. Especially because a lot of the GM vehicles did share platforms and a lot of components with vehicles we could consider muscle cars here in the States. Like the modern GTO is the Holden HSV in Australia. Yeah, the Eldorado is a little bit more of a lowrider, but kind of a bit old to be in the luxury class, so they put it in the muscle class. Also gives some pretty cool, you get some pretty cool lowrider customization with it as well, with the vinyls. Oh, you fun. I don't know, I consider the Tamaso more of like a budget supercar. But I don't know, a lot of that stuff is subjective. It's very subjective based on kind of how specifically you classify a muscle car. For some people, a muscle car must be a full-size vehicle, ideally American, powered by a high-power V8. But then that makes things like the Camaro, the Viper, the Corvette not muscle cars as well. Others, it's just got to be a high-performance V8 powered American vehicle. But then, what happens when they eventually downsize and get higher powered V6s? You know, do they become muscle cars still, or are they something else entirely? Could electric vehicles be considered muscle cars if they fit the culture? Like, for example, the Tesla Model S and a Model 3, which now are used so much in like the drag racing stuff and everything because of the rapid acceleration. Are they muscle cars? They're the full-size American vehicles with high power, but they don't have any motor, no engine. They got a motor, but no big V8 engine. but they kind of still have a little bit of that muscle car ethos. So it really depends. Yeah. It really depends on kind of where you classify them. Which is the worth of SUV truck? I mean, to be fair, most of them outside of the club level events, most of the trucks are pretty terrible. The Gambala is kind of great as a stopgap if you have enough money, because it's what's the word I'm looking for? It already becomes fully tuned, so you get a little bit of extra oomph. But outside of that, the trucks are kind of useless in this game. Way too heavy for their own good. Not really a useful ability, and they're just a lot slower. But yeah. Yeah, the GTO is a gorgeous vehicle as well. Rip in peace, GTO. I mean, we are now on top of a building. We are on top of a building. Alright, let's get the Quavito and challenge Carlos. Let's see. So let's see what the ST4 is currently versus the Quavito. So this is 45, 46, 21. Alright. So the Neon is still fast in the 300C. 41, 46, 40. I mean, it's got much better acceleration. I'll take it. I mean, it depends. It depends if it counts as a muscle car. A lot of stuff is really subjective. There's no real concrete definition to muscle car. A while ago, I made a chart where it's like purist versus rebel in terms of performance and style of what is considered a muscle car, with everything from a full-size Chevy Chevelle to the Dodge Viper to the Tesla Model S to the whatchamacallit, to even, you know, the Nissan GTR R35 as all considered quote-unquote muscle cars. Because technically, with the GTR being a cheap, affordable, much heavier Grand Tour sports car, it's whoa! There we go. You beat Carlos. Nice. Our turn to beat Carlos now. But yeah, it really depends on how exactly you classify muscle cars. Yeah, we don't have any bat or like pipe to really, you know, have this be road rash, but we should still be fine. The acceleration and straight line speed of the chopper should really help us against Carlos. Then we can do more of the club events for the chopper. Unless we do stupid stuff like that. The Monte Carlos Yeah, you have, and you have other, like, the modern, V8 powered GM vehicles as well, like the Buick Super Lacrosse, something like that. You had, you know, the Monte Carlo SS of the early 2000s. You had the, you had a couple of other vehicles like that as well that shared that platform. And they, you know, were big full-size family sedans with high-power V8s in them. And were, especially once you upgraded the front drive axles to not shatter from the torque. Very, very good sleeper cars. Because no one suspected that much power from a family sedan. That looked pretty pedestrian. Holy mother of mothers, that was way too close. There we go. Okay, now we're up and moving. Just keep this thing going as quick as we can get it. Okay. I will figure out how to ride the bikes. Yeah. Nice. There's a victory. There's the dub. Alright, Class C vehicle shipped to the garage. Don't need to worry about that. Yep. No copyright song. Alright, next one, splits. $1,800 we'll get from this one. That'll be very, very nice. Yeah, it's honestly the choppers can be somewhat quick. More so in like San Diego, where you have a much wider roads than in Detroit or Atlanta, because their roads get a little bit more narrow and it gets a lot more tricky to navigate through traffic. San Diego, you got a lot more wiggle room to kind of get through the corners. Very few places where you're coming to a sudden stop. And so the chopper's acceleration really allows you to just make do with what you got. Why am I doing this? Actually, no, this works. This works. This definitely works. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did a dumb. That's alright. Not too dumb. This stated a muscle car is a two-door four-door with a two-wheel drive layout. High power V6, 8, or 10. It's usually based on a family vehicle. Okay. Makes sense. That is a consistent definition, I think. But it does exclude forward drive versions of things like the Dodge Charger. Holy moly, there we go.
Soon you're gonna have to stop driving against kids.
There we go. Alright, another Carlos race. Yeah, the unordered races are the worst. I'm not a big fan of unordered races. I much prefer the circuits and ordered races. Unordered races are always a pain because the opponents always go different directions and they're not affected by traffic when they're far enough away from you. Fair enough. Yeah, I forgot that the all-wheel drive versions are usually the ones that come with the Pentastar V6 instead of the V8s. Oh, that's bad. Yeah. So, with that being said, could high-performance electric sedans, especially with the focus on acceleration and straight line capabilities, could they be considered a modern interpretation of a muscle car? Just to ask you that question, JB, could they be considered it, or does it have to have a gasoline petrol engine? Because while they may have a lot of characteristics and performance that would be fitting for a muscle car, I know they don't quite have the V6, V8, or V10 engine. But they follow every other, or pretty much every other category. Especially if electrification is to be the future. Could muscle cars be then a endangered species? Yeah, roar is really useful as an offensive ability.
Hey,
I like using that.
you ain't embarrassed me yet, Holmes.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't embarrass you yet, buddy.
I hate that fool, Carlos. Guacha, carnal. If you want to drive something American properly, you're gonna have to take on those vatos from the American Royalty Car Club and beat them at their own game.
Oh, okay.
Usually, that would mean racing me, but this baby ain't ready yet.
It's a shame. It'd be cool if you could race against Oscar.
Unrivaled access to parts and tricks of the trade, and they like the real deal when it comes to cars. Lowriders, hot rods, keeping them straight. It's classic American rides, they say. The kind that you can still feel pop for blocks.
Orderly. I like how his head clips through the rear bumper of the car, though, when he goes to lay back down. So E-muscle is basically an EV that fits the criteria listed outside of the engine. Okay.
Just heard about the San Diego stage.
Nice.
Going for this. I hear they always give rides away at these things. Serious stakes at hand and all different kinds of challenges.
Alright, time for the chopper race. Chopper races! Oh, Grider! I do love the chopper. I do like the sounds of the choppers, though. They're just a pain to drive sometimes. Hybrid could be a muscle, though. Okay. Interesting. Are there any hybrids that do fit that criteria, though? Chopper races can be difficult. You just gotta make sure you're not pushing to 100%. And you usually can outmaneuver and outrace most of these guys. Because they like to kind of crash out. So you can go a little bit quicker than them. If you know how to handle it. Boop. Alright. Keep the speed up. Up into the lead. Whoa! Oh, so close. We almost saved it there. Major wipeout. Oh, the downside is this race with it being very high speed. Yeah, Doob's finished. Yeah, I can't currently buy the Velux though. This is our only chopper, and I want to get Roar as soon as I can because the chopper is our main vehicle for a little bit. Yeah, the Velux is pretty cool. The Corvito's not bad though, like it handles better than most choppers. It's still not great, but like it can be alright. Oh my gosh. The fact that they have nitrous though already is a bit of a pain. We just gotta make sure we carry a little bit more speed. Oh, how did First get that far ahead? Yeah, the Corvito handles pretty neutrally. It has decent over and under steer. So it's not terrible. The rear end does step out a little bit if you're trying to take a corner too quick or if you're on a low grip surface. But it could be worse. Adachi, welcome to the stream. Hope you've been well. PC's having issues. Hopefully you're able to get that fixed. Or it's able to kind of fix itself. Like first is so much further ahead than like everywhere else. And it makes it very tricky. I might need that. Although the thing is with this, the AI do upgrade their vehicles as well. I'll give it 1 or 2 more tries and I will try to race Vanessa. But yeah, this is a little bit tricky. Cause I do want Roar sooner rather than later. As Roar will be really useful even in the choppers. You're not gonna be drifting like the muscle cars and able to get massive amounts of it. Okay, let's look for the racers. That's fine. Gosh. Alright, Vanessa, where are you? Let's go get Vanessa. Let's go get Vanessa. This should at least hopefully unlock some better performance. One can hope, right? It's the second race, I think, that gives you Class C vehicle upgrades. Or maybe it'll give us at least Class D vehicle upgrades and we can use our neon. Either or. That's alright. You can see Vanessa's made some upgrades to her vehicle as well. Alright, yeah, whole bunch of D-class tuner cars. A couple of C-class ones like the Nissan Sport Concept that eventually became the Versa of all things. So, definitely interesting. Alright, come on, we need to make up some ground. Thankfully it's a long race. And as long as we can get back there with the rest of the field, we should be good. I think. The rear end does like the step out a little bit, but we should be all right. Yeah, this is where the game starts to get just a little bit tricky with the AI and everything. Trust me, burns a little bit so back. All right. Probably won't be too much longer on the stream. Maybe another, like probably Vanessa and maybe a couple car club races. But we will see. We're making some good progress though. Like the fact that we are already pretty much done San Diego and have a good selection of car club races beaten as well is very, very nice. So I'm quite happy about that. There we go, there we go. Full send. Oh, little bit spicy in that corner, but we're good. Alright, we were very good. Carry the speed. That's the thing, the choppers are definitely momentum vehicles. They got killer acceleration, but you still want to maintain as high a speed as possible going through the corners. Really kind of minimize speed loss. Doing anything silly, any sudden changes in direction. Yeah, the Asakusa tournament's a tricky one. And the fact that you get literally a Versa as well is kind of sad. But oh well.
Alright, Holmes. That's a win. But don't let it get to your head.
There we go, that's a victory. Good, good, good. Alright, next one. Next race with Vanessa. Should be pretty easy, I think. I hope. Probably. Let's see. Alright, whole bunch of D and C class vehicles. All the Versas coming out. So many people with a Nissan Sport concept. Of all vehicles, like that is the vehicle you would least expect people would have like a whole bunch of. Considering they probably didn't make too many out of the actual concepts. Ow. Alright, not the best start. Yep, use your nitrous. There we go. Yeah, okay, so no falling off the vehicle. If we do that, we'll be okay. No falling off the bike. Keep speed high. Stop having the rear step out there. And that's one of the downsides of the choppers, is because they have a lot less grip than their sport bike counterparts. Their rear end does like to step out a bit. And it is just a little bit of a pain getting them to behave properly through corners while maintaining speed. Although they are better for these tighter, more maneuverable sections. Holy cow, I'm so glad that didn't cause us to fall off. That didn't cause us to fall off there. That's good.
Don't let it go to your head. They got lots of competition.
Alright, Class C performance parts are Class D vehicles. So no upgrades for our bike yet. No upgrades for our bike. So let's do the final Vanessa race. And maybe we have time for the stage tournament? Probably. Ooh, okay. Alright. We got Class C Lotuses. We got the Lotus Elise here. So let's use this chopper. Let's use this chopper as best as we can. Well, because the game is still made to be primarily based off of like American vehicles or like American market vehicles and everything. They have it. They probably licensed it under the Infinity name. Functionally, it's basically the same chassis and all that stuff. But tis what tis. I always found it funny that the Infinity G35 is based off of the same FM platform with the same V6 as the Nissan Z. When they are functionally very similar vehicles. But the Z is a C-Class tuner, whereas the Infinity G35 is a D-Class luxury car. Like, I would have thought that would have been a C-Class car because of its similar mechanicals and everything, but I guess not. Victory! Nice. Ooh, yep, San Diego police car. There we go, level 1 performance parts for Class C vehicles. Let's go. That's the shit I want. Let's get some upgrades. Let's get some upgrades with the chopper. I have not played randomized. This is technically my first ever challenge run of this game. There we go, improve the jets. Improve the exhaust, get the engine upgrades. Put on a bottle of nitrous as well. Very nice. Alright, now let's get to actually upgrading this thing. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, this has some good stuff here. I'm going with that. Actually, yeah, let's go with the copper finish. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad actually, I think. That doesn't look too bad. I think we should change the rims though. Think about chargeable earbuds. Nah, I prefer the standard earbuds as well. Oh, the West Coast chopper ones are, that's sad. All right, let's see what options we have here. The bandit's not terrible. Let's go with the bandits. There we go. There we go. That is good. Alright, now let's tackle the chopper races.
Cold, they say.
Ah, you get used to it. It's the sun that makes you dumb.
All that salt messes with your work. That's my problem.
Man, your work needs all the help it can get.
Whatever.
Look at all those tuners as well. That is nice.
Been hearing a lot of crap about you. People saying you can actually drive.
Yeah, we can actually drive. How do you think about that?
The best mechanic in Detroit. If you're in the Motor City, You should pay him a visit. Hey, this is Baby's boy.
Ah, right.
I know you got good taste in cars, eh? So there's this dub event down in Atlanta. Beautiful cars.
Nice.
More interesting than that, there's gonna be some serious competition. You should go down there, show them what you got. Thought it might be something fun for you. And here, I got a buddy, Apone. If something happens to your ride or you need a hookup, he'll take care of you. I mean, he ain't no Oscar. He's better than Vince here.
Yeah, who you say?
Yeah, I know I'm number one.
Yeah, you're number one.
Hey, later.
I like these guys. They're great.
The shipping company is not.
Yeah, I know about the shipping company. Don't need to tell me. I play this game dozens of times. It's like the time actually doing an actual like challenge run though. So this will be fun. Doing things a lot differently than how I normally do.
I just heard that Dub is bringing one of those tournaments they like so much to Atlanta. Maybe you want to check it out, man. You could win a dubbed out Cadillac.
All right, let's go try to actually do half decently.
This guy's on a totally different trip. That bike rips it up in the US.
There we go.
Does in Europe.
Yep.
But be careful. This Beetle guy is fearless.
let's get the roar ability. I think we'll do all the chopper races, and then we'll end the stream after that. So the chopper race is in San Diego. I think that's a good stopping point. Oh boy. Gotta keep the bike planted. Gotta keep the bike very planted. Nanya, welcome. Hope you're well. Right now, we're doing the Chopper Club races in Cuevito. We're not crashing into the wall. Yeah, this game has the nostalgia. There's a lot of cool stuff with this game I quite like about it. For the love of, I don't know why I keep going the upper the on ramp there. I don't want to do that. It always throws my rider off when I go to land, because he keeps wanting to land sideways. Yeah. Like one was, I still quite enjoy one, but 2 and 3 is considerably better. 2 and 3 especially. 3 is my personal favorite. I know a lot of people like the more the simplicity of 2, but I like the customization. I like the somewhat more balanced difficulty compared to 2. And the more open-ended nature of the career mode. LA is not bad as well. LA is enjoyable, but LA is a huge learning curve to get used to if you've gotten used to the other ones. Doing this race in the rain was a mistake. It was a major mistake. Yeah, 2 was genuinely tricky. Like honestly, once you get used to what 1 actually wanted from you in terms of handling, and you beat Kareem. Like once you beat Kareem in New York, the game actually gets a bit easier because London, the AI can't really handle the narrow streets that well, whereas you definitely can and kind of plan out your routes better. There we go. Yeah, it's an old game, but it's still a good game though. Like, just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad. Like, I quite like it. Though it is showing its age for sure. Oh yeah, the rockets save the kids. Yes, that one was fun. Nitrous! Holy moly, okay. There we go.
Bad, fool. Not bad at all.
Doobs! Doobs, you punk! I think that's the first race done. I mean, Midnight Club 2 is not terrible until you get to Tokyo. Tokyo is where it gets genuinely just not difficult, but just frustrating. Like, Paris is tricky, but you can learn and do okay in Paris. Tokyo, sometimes it comes down to literally just luck. Train. There we go. Nice and smooth through here. Why did I do that? I missed my turn. Although, ironically, despite Paris not being terrible when you first go through it, the Paris races for Sabo are some of the hardest compared to the other games, or compared to the other two cities. Like Sabo's unordered race in Paris is genuinely painful. Come on, there we go. Get through here. Yeah. Use your nitrous. Okay. I gotta actually hit the section correct. It's much harder to do on the bike because you're at a considerably higher speed and it doesn't want to turn as quick as a car. Yeah, this one I played so much. To the point where this actually isn't even my original game. My original one, I played so much, especially in the hot summers, in a PS2 Slim, that the disc delaminated. And so, literally, I had to go get another one, used. I had to hunt one down. So that is fun. There we go. A little more speed. High. Carry the speed through here, back to the right. Hello, understeer. Okay, I got one more lap to make up that ground. It's gonna make things very tricky. There we go, carry some more speed through that corner. There we go, there we go. That'll do it. Holy cow. Yeah, different loading pictures. One showed the prize code, one didn't, I think. And I believe the car club pictures were different as well. Holy moly. 3 gigabytes of memory used for this tab alone. Ouch. Google Chrome be like. Okay, we are good. I think... Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we want to go up and around. And then back through... Yeah, that's the way we want to go. Boop. Okay, that one was easier. That one was so much easier. Okay, good. 35 seconds. $2,000 for 35 seconds of work. I'll take it. I will take it. Alright, not too many more races. I'm not holding my breath for a Midnight Club remake. As much as I would love it, I highly doubt it. Best I can hope is that they make like Midnight Club within GTA and have like good in-depth vehicle customization. That's pretty much the best I can hope for. Realistically, like yeah, it'd be great to have. Oh my gosh, it'd be cool to have Midnight Club back, but like it doesn't seem likely. Might release a remake this off in GTA being $100. Maybe, although it is a lot of licensed cars and songs that I have to get the license for again. I gotta think there's over 100 some songs in the remake. And with the exception of the choppers, all of the vehicles are real licensed cars as well. Real licensed parts from like Wings West, Bomex. There's a lot of like big licensing deals that would need to be redone. So either it would be missing content or I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. Maybe Midnight Club 1 and 2 remake. But like 3 is the big one that people like, you know. Can I get some turn in there? Like it did not want to bite on that section. Like the acceleration is killer on this thing. It is genuinely amazing. But my word, this does not like the sharp turns. Yeah, hopefully we at least get like a good amount of like good racing content in the GTA games. I don't know, 1,000 horsepower would be a little bit much for a motorcycle, I think, because you gotta think it's gotta be a lot less weight, and also you gotta have means of controlling the wheelies and everything. Some do it with software, but like on the other hand, you'd be having some issues. Okay, there we go. Can use the nitrous now. I gotta be very strategic with my nitrous usage. Holy moly, there we go.
Not bad, son.
Holy moly, okay. Wheelie bar. At that point, you'd lose your cornering capabilities. Because you'd have a lot of rear overhang, which would prevent you from kind of putting the knee down to lean the bike in the corners. I don't have the Chevy Bel yet. I unlocked the stage tournament, but I have not done the stage tournament yet. I'm going through the club events. And tell you what, we'll go to midnight. If I have enough time to do this stage tournament, I'll do the stage tournament as well. But that is a big if. We kind of wasted a nitrous. all-wheel drive sport bike. I mean, that would be quite tricky. But because you need essentially 2 chain systems, and you need to basically synchronize them, which would be a little bit tough, but not impossible. Yeah, I see you using your nitrous. There we go, get that turn in. Come on, gotta be a little bit careful through here. Right, not a sport bike. Motherfucker. This is why I regret talking about how we completed the one race so quickly. Because now I'm having the issues. I'm having all the issues. Okay, there we go. Keep it steady. Gotta be careful with the jumps. Okay, okay. Yep, they're using a nitrous here, which is fine. Alright, get back up to speed. Alright, we got some open road. That grass did cause a little bit of slippage. Ow. Alright. Alright, come on, we gotta build up speed. Or be sideswiped by a minivan. All good. I gotta be careful in dirt. The off-road sections do have considerably lower grip on the choppers. Really? The one bit of cross traffic. Isaac is kill. Where were you when you heard the news that Isaac was kill? I was eating Dorito. Isaac, mother. Isaac do be kill. I ain't crashing out. Oi! You have a point. But anyway, it'll be what it'll be. If it's too expensive, don't buy it. If it's a good price, buy it. Either or. Motherfucker. Alright, come on, let's just build back that gap. Let's try to get back up into the lead. So for first couple attempts, we were genuinely doing pretty good. I know, I'm sorry. The chopper races are a little bit of a pain in the ass. And I need to get good. A lot of it is down to luck, though. Just because the choppers are a little bit less stable than the sport bikes. And you don't get a sport bike until a little bit later in the game. And as soon as we unlock that tournament 2, you get the sport bike. I am taking it. Because holy moly, that'll make us so much better. Maybe. I don't know. With the Nintendo games being $80, they may try to push for 80 for GTA 6 as well. Which, 80 is too much for a game. I'd wait for it to be on sale then. I waited this long. I can wait considerably longer. Especially if they do like GTA 5 and release a next-gen console version like a year or 2 later.
I knew you could win against those kids, man.
Yeah, you knew I could. I'm glad you have faith in me because I don't have faith in myself. Oh my word. That was dreadful. Oh, cool. Rain. Alright, rain is gonna be fun. Everything is slippery. Thankfully, we're on fairly wide roads, so there's less to crash into, I was gonna say. Why do I speak sometimes? Why do I open my giant mouth? I'm gonna go a little bit wider through this section here. Okay, good. Everyone else is having issues on that corner as well. I don't feel nearly as called out by that. Bonk. Yeah, no one can handle the choppers in the rain. That's good. That is very, very good. That is considerably less good. Oh, you son of a gun. Chopper is being a bit of a sussy baka. It doesn't have consistent turn in the ret. Like some corners it'll understeer like crazy, other corners it'll grip up. This is why you don't normally see me do bikes, but the acceleration and speed that they have when we can't buy our own Class E vehicle is basically kind of what we are stuck with for a little bit. Yep, no suspension. Well, the Softail, the El Diablo Softail has a rear suspension, which make it one of the better handling choppers. But the most of the choppers are the rigid frame bikes. Holy cow, that was way too close to comfort. There we go. Alright, big push now. Big push. Holy cow. Yeah, they got a front suspension, but the rear suspension is like, you get some rigid tails too. But, I do not like chopper handling. Alright, another chopper race. How many more chopper races are there? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Alright, hang on a sec. How do I want to do this? Got it. I know what I needed to do here. Don't you worry about me, chat. I got the speed. Oh, you fuck. Are you kidding me? That was so close. Okay. That is the route I want to take. That is not the way I want to go about the route I want to take. Come on. Let's carry as much speed as we can. Let's try to get it to actually turn there. Alright, we basically want to be right up to the line with the nitrous. And then just full send. Carrying as much speed as we can. Without crashing. I am having a little bit of skill issue. No. You basically want to start off as quick as possible. Alright, that's gonna hurt us. That's gonna hurt us. Put him in the boat, kidnap him that way. Come on, I need them to crash out. So what is the wiggler, if I may ask? Do I dare ask what that is? Oh my gosh, I saw my life flash before my eyes there. The random traffic minivan. Come on, that lets me should have picked them up and eat them. Oh, cool. That is gross. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, where are you melons going? Besides sending me into a minivan, hmm? Where are you all going? This direction?
You're only making this hard on yourself. Pull forward.
Okay. Let's do this. So that way around isn't gonna be quicker. So this way might actually be quicker then. Fine. Alright, carry the speed through here. And deal with the traffic. Alright, I want to know which direction they go. Because it seems like whatever direction I don't go, it becomes the quickest. Don't do it. Don't do it, officer. Okay, so they cut through there. Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead, crease my J's. They're old New Balance shoes. I don't really have fancy shoes for most of like my stuff. I have an old pair of lightweight trainers for when I do my sim racing stuff. No, I crash considerably less in sim racing than I do here. Motherfucker. Okay. I'm gonna buy a quick. Honestly, I could use some new shoes. I would take it. I don't care much for style of that type of stuff. That same pillar. The traffic you can understand. The pillars literally do not move, Isaac. Why do you keep hitting them, Isaac? Why do you keep hitting the pillars, Isaac? There you go, Isaac, you melon. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. No, we're... Fucking... pinballing around. Wouldn't it be so bad if there were lower speed sections for you to potentially catch back up with the bikers, but literally every corner here is at such a high rate of speed that even the slightest bit of time loss and you're dead. Okay, here we go. Oop. Cut right. Finally. Just out of curiosity, what was my time with this victory versus the time with the opponents beating me? Because I feel like I went slower, but so did the AI.
Soon we're gonna see exactly how tough you are.
So I don't know. I don't know. Alright. We got time for the stage tournament. Let's do this stage tournament. Let's get that Bel Air.
Opponents put some serious work into Dre's ride. Steer clear of
Yeah,
him.
we got Dre as well.
And don't look back.
Dre in his lovely, lovely big ol' SUV. Don't have to worry about him for a little bit. Black Tim's about Black Orphis in a minute.
Now this Roy dude is rolling in some classic muscle.
I don't know what.
Wrong with that
So Tim's are like pretty kind of like work boots, but like kind of like upscale work boots, right? Something like that. I don't know. I literally don't know too much about shoes. This is the Chevy 150. That's a Corvette. That better be a stock Corvette. Chevy 150. What is the Chevy 150? Since you're having high tops in the boots. Okay, so they're kind of like high. Okay, gotcha. Motherfucking. Can I go in a straight line? Don't worry, we got this. Minivan, don't. All right. I gotta find a way to avoid the vehicles at the crossover. There we go. Cut wide here. Avoid the traffic changing lanes. Oh dang, that's nice then. For the last 7 years, that's good stuff. Are they comfortable? I'm gonna have to get myself some then. Maybe. How well do they breathe and how is driving in them? That is the two big things. That's why I like kind of lighter weight tennis shoes. Much better for driving. That's why I very rarely wear dress shoes. I hate driving in dress shoes. Such a pain. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Keep it going, keep it going. All the way through. First lap done. 18-second lap time. Very good. Alright, they're all having issues on the corners. Thankfully, these types of corners, the chopper does pretty well at. Able to maintain a fairly high rate of speed. I didn't even need to use my nitrous that lap. That's the good stuff. PC's hard to go in this. Understandable, understandable. I'm sure there's probably plenty of clips of me crashing there. Like a melon. But that's alright. I thought they're pretty comfortable if you had the socks. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't wear work boots with no socks. Like, that'd be gross. How are they for driving? Like, is it easy to work the clutch with them? Alright, there we go. That's less of a here we go. That's alright, we can get back up to speed pretty quickly. There you are. I see you. I see you, Corvette. Yeah, okay. So I might stay with sneakers as like my main shoes then.
Yeah, Holmes, that's what I'm talking.
Some lighter weight New Balances or even some of the Brooks feather lights. Those are good for the sim. Those are actually pretty good sim racing shoes. Or some of the lightweights you get from like Brooks or Saucony. Those are really good for sim racing. Because you're able to get good pedal feel and you're able to really get the feel how the, you know, especially if you have like load cell pedals. Very nice. But even if you have potentiometers or Hall effect pedals, those are good. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might, if I do get Tim's, I'd be basing more so like a dedicated like workbook and stuff. Especially since my my Dickies are starting to show their age a little bit. Well, it's the same thing with like Carhartt. Carhartt kind of got gentrified a little bit as well, where they have the the rugged Pacific Northwest, Atlantic Northeast vibe. Oh yeah, no, I don't ride, but like driving. Considerably better without having lighter weight shoes. There we go. That's a championship one, and we get the Bel Air, which is nice. Which is very nice. See, I don't know. I like driving. Driving's fun for me. Oh, you copyright, don't you dare copyright. Don't you dare copyright. Don't like the only focusing to say, fair enough. People are people. Alright, let's make sure we save. How do I get to the save? It's saved, right? Cause YouTube copyright bongs us. Okay, so that doesn't, that's fine. I know, I'm gonna end the stream here. It is almost midnight. It is literally midnight, actually. So thank you all so much for watching. I did appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know everyone well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know everyone below so we can fix it in the future. With that being said, I've been Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, whatever it is for you, may it be a great time, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care, everybody. Bye bye. Oh, I'm